Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and I do apologize for being late with this particular story. I totally slipped my radar for a couple of days, but damn, I gotta talk about it. So new details are emerging over Amazon's Lord of the Rings series, right? This is one that I think is going to really make or break Amazon, considering roughly how much money they're planning on spending on it, and everything they want to do with it, and the fact that it's a prequel series to the movies is very interesting to me. It's going off into new areas of the Tolkien verse, so to speak. But Yahoo Movies actually has more on the story. So it says here, details emerge on Amazon's billion-dollar Lord of the Rings series. Yeah, $1 billion. Jeff Bezos said a while ago, he's like, I want a he's like, I want a Game of Thrones. 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 And he brokered this $250 million deal right off the bat. Personally helped broker the deal with Warner Brothers and the Tolkien estate in order to be able to get rights to doing this. So yeah, this is his big push. This is where you get to the battle of the billionaire nerds, right? He's like, I got money. I'm the richest man in the world. I think he is. He's close. If he's not, he is close. I'll throw $1 billion on a Lord of the Rings series, because if it's good, people are going to flock to it. That's what he wants. He wants people to flock to it. Now, it says a report in the Hollywood Reporter has revealed that the project is signed up for a minimum of 5 series and will cost north of $1 billion. How can I get in on that information? Like, I mean, like, I like money. I'll come work, Jeff Bezos. I live in Washington. You live in Washington. Call me up, man. Call me up. Let's do this. I could tell some good stories. Now, the rights for the intellectual property were signed from the Tolkien estate and HarperCollins last November and have cost the studio $250 million alone, with Amazon beating Netflix to the prize. Now, see, that's interesting to me. I didn't know Netflix had also chimed in on this one. And to be fair, I'm okay with it. I like there to be healthy competition amongst streaming services, right? I like there to be healthy competition. I like there to be these kind of things. And I'm definitely excited to see what Amazon does with it, because I do feel that The Man in the High Castle is really good. The Tick is great. Jean-Claude Van Johnson was really good. Unfortunately, we never got more from that. Sneaky Pete's pretty good. They do some good original content, and I want to see them expand upon that. Netflix already know what they do, and they're good at what they do, but I kind of want to see Amazon come in swinging. And the Lord of the Rings series is coming in. No, it is coming in fucking swinging. Now, it's also reported that a dialogue between Peter Jackson is underway, though it's not known whether he'll be directly involved in the project. Yeah. I hope he is. I do. Because I'm one of the few people, and I will admit this, that really loved the Hobbit trilogy. Yes, it took a small book and expanded it into roughly, 7.5 some odd, 8 hours or whatever of content. But I enjoyed what I saw, even the stuff that they added in and everything else. And I love Peter Jackson's eye for Middle-earth, and I want to see that continued. And ultimately, that is what Jeff Bezos wants. Jeff Bezos wants Peter Jackson to come on in and to provide that keen look. Now, also, and this is just if I'm going to spitball here, if I'm just going to have like a wish list sort of thing, it's not going to happen, but I just love it. Not only should Peter Jackson come in, but Jeff Bezos should go knock on Guillermo del Toro's door of one of his like 2 or 3 houses and just go like, we need you on board. Because here's the thing, is as good as the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was, and it's fantastic, it holds up all these years later. I mean, we're coming up on like almost 20 years. It still holds up. The Hobbit movie, the first one, An Unexpected Journey, the fact that it felt like a Guillermo movie. It did, because he co-wrote the screenplay, did a lot of the designs, his fingerprints were all over that experience. And it really helped to sell the mystery and the fantasy that is Middle-earth. And I know Jackson with the Desolation of Smaug and the Battle of the Five Armies, those were all him, and I still love those because those were Jackson, but I loved what Guillermo had added to it. And I want to see more of that. I want to see Guillermo come into the mix. So get me Guillermo, goddammit. But also, keeping in line with the 2 trilogies now is good. And I'll tell you why it's good. It's good because it sets up continuity. It sets up style. It sets up tone. It sets up maybe even actors to come back in and reprise their role, or maybe whatever. Even though it's a prequel, they're going to have to be younger, but whatever. At that point in time, essentially what we're seeing here is the ability to connect the 2 together. And right now, people want that. People really want to see this expanded over 5 seasons. They're going to want to see this story. They're going to want to get all this background information that ties in directly to the movies. And having Jackson on board as an executive producer and Guillermo on board as executive producer, hopefully hands-on and hopefully directing. I'm putting out a wish list on this one, guys. That's it. I'm just putting out a wish list. All right. I don't know what Guillermo's what he's up to right now. I know he won Best Director for Shape of Water, but like, kind of wish he hadn't, because then he would have more free time to come back on this. Like, so I just give me that. You know, I mean, some stuff is gonna have to obviously be recast, especially if anything, you know, with Chris, what was it? Oh, God, what's his name right now? Saruman, right? Whose name I am totally blanking on, but it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It's Christopher, whatever. I think this is going to be good, provided they don't fuck it up. And I'm a little bit concerned because, like, they did throw a lot of money at F. Scott Fitzgerald content with both, what was it? The World According to Z or whatever, the Zelda Fitzgerald one, as well as The Last Tycoon, which was a good show. I really liked the show, but it was a lot of money. Both shows were extremely expensive for Amazon, and that's why Jeff Bezos canceled both and brokered the deal for Lord of the Rings. What I'm hoping is that they bring in a producer that understands Tolkien, understands what Jackson was trying to do, melds the both together, and then gives us a great 5-year run of Lord of the Rings. Because, look, here's the deal. Who doesn't want more Lord of the Rings? I mean, come on, deep down inside, you know you want more Lord of the Rings. But people are going to be upset because this is a prequel series, and you know, it's going to be dealing with parts of the lore that Tolkien himself didn't directly write, and they're going to be in a lot of modifications and a lot of alterations and adaptations. So the fans, the diehard Middle-earth fans, are going to come out and probably be upset about this in some respects, but at the same time, it's cool, and I'm 100% on board. But I want to know what you guys have to say about this. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is 3 Buck Theater. If you haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and check back often for more content from me. In fact, if you want to see more content from me, you can do so right now.